Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 16th. You have this Perseverance card and this Alchemical Force card. So don't give up. Whatever you are working on here, Leo, is what this is saying. Yes, you show up as yourself right here. Whenever you show up as yourself, that puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So that's good. I definitely feel you're undergoing a change. I mean, the past few readings for you have been all about undergoing a change, and you've had something toxic showing up in all of your past readings. So I feel like you have definitely dealt with a toxic situation or, a toxic person in your life. I don't even feel like it has to be love. For some of you, it might be love, but, for others, I feel it could just be like a person you work with or, a situation that you've dealt with or a job that you have. It doesn't even have to be a person, technically. And, again, I feel for a lot of you, this right here is saying to me, like, how much more clarity do you need that, something is toxic, right? And a lot of you are, I guess the good news is that you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know, I'm losing my mind today apparently. But you have the Ace of Pentacles, which would say that you are accepting something new into your life. You have the Death card. I feel like you need to realize that you have changed is really what I'm getting here is like you've undergone a transformation, but I also feel like believing it and, believing that you have changed is part of the secret here with this Death card. So you definitely could be experiencing changes. I also feel like you need to, like I said, I feel like you really need to believe that you have changed. I'm not really, I was hoping to get more from that, but I'm not. So we'll leave it right there. You have the Strength card. I feel this is you, of course. I feel like you've developed a lot of strength, and I feel like you've developed a lot of, kind of inner strength as well. The story of this card is that she is taming this lion, and the lion represents her inner voice or her inner critic and like her inner demons as well. And so she has tamed this lion, and it's submitting to her, and it really says that you are taking control of your inner voice. You are taking control of yourself. Now, this is something that she has to do every single day. So a lot of you, you have to kind of like maintain this energy of being in control of yourself at this time, and that's probably what will lead to the most success. You have the Devil. Again, I feel like you have dealt with a toxic situation, or, could even be a toxic time that you have dealt with. And toxic doesn't have to mean like cheating or anything like that. I look at the Devil as an energy vampire. So, your job could be an energy vampire if it steals your energy, right? And so a lot of you, it's going to be different for all of you. And I feel like there have been things that kind of like steal your energy that you don't even enjoy any longer. And I feel that going this way, this is saying that you're like looking for something new, or some of you are probably going to receive something new soon. So if you have been like looking for a new job or a new position, this could be a new job or position. It could be a new career. It could be a new opportunity. It could be new love, whatever it is, whatever it is that you want here, Leo. And let's see where this goes. With the Death card, you have the Nine of Wands. It's like sometimes I feel with the Nine of Wands that we have to put those wands up behind us, like he has those wands behind him. But it's more, like sometimes I get this message with the Nine of Wands that's not traditional, but where I feel like it's saying you need to keep moving forward and leave the past in the past. Like those wands are past experiences that he has had in his life, and he needs to walk away from those past experiences and move towards something new. So I kind of feel like that's more saying release the past in a way. With the Strength card, you have the Moon card. The Moon is about being unsure about the future sometimes. And so I feel for some of you that you're unsure, or you have been unsure. I kind of feel like this first row is talking about like where you have been. Even though I read the first row as your general energies, I kind of feel like it's saying that this is where you are coming from, is this type of energy, if that makes sense. And I feel that the Moon card is saying that you need to keep pushing and keep moving forward. You have the Queen of Swords right next to it. And so this makes me not so worried about it, because the Queen of Swords is great clarity. And usually the Moon is a lack of clarity, but you could be getting, clarity on your direction. With the Devil, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, or good things happening after a difficult period of time. And so I feel for a lot of you, there could be like blessings coming in after a difficult period of time in your life. I also feel that for some of you, it's just saying that you're removing yourself from a toxic situation, and now you're kind of like moving forward, which of course is a good thing. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Ponder card and you have this Calm card, which is probably pretty good based off of your first row. So you could be entering into a much more calm period of time. I feel like the Ponder card is tied to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is looking into the future, and she's kind of like cautiously optimistic. She's willing to receive something into her life, but she is, again, cautiously optimistic. She isn't kind of like rushing into anything. And so a lot of you might just be receiving opportunities, which we'll talk about when we get to the Ace of Pentacles. That could be some sort of opportunity coming in for you, but she's kind of like thinking about it. And so a lot of you could be in that position. You have the Justice card, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. I'll tell you this much. If you're dealing with something legal, this looks like a legal victory to me. You have the Justice card, and the King of Swords represents law and order. The Ace of Swords can definitely represent a legal victory as well. So if you're dealing with something legal, this could be a victory. Or it could just say that things are, progressing in the situation. The Justice card could also just be you bringing more balance into your life. And so I feel like you could be balancing something out in your life here. It could be your finances. Next, you have the Queen of Swords. Again, she sees things clearly for the first time. She only has these clouds halfway up her body, and she's looking into the future. She is looking towards the Emperor. So some of you could be looking towards an Emperor or an Empress. Take it how it resonates. But, if you're looking for love, this could be a person. I feel like there's no communication here. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together. So, to me, the Queen of Swords is facing this way. The King of Swords is facing this way. Like, they don't see eye to eye. What I would say is, again, if you do have your eye on a person, we go this way. Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands can represent communication. The Knight of Swords can also represent communication as well. So again, if you have your eye on a person, like this right here, could just be saying that you have your eye on a person that you haven't communicated with, and this would be communication in the future. So am I worried about it? No. You have the Ace of Swords as well. The Ace of Swords can also represent communication, by the way. But the Ace of Swords would be like a victory coming in for you. So I feel like there could be like a big win or a big victory coming in the very near future. You have two aces. So two aces is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. But, I really feel this is like some sort of win coming in for you. For a long time, Leo, I've been saying to you that you're like reclaiming your crown. And, I definitely feel you're still on that journey. With the Justice card, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles with Justice is about focusing on gratitude and luxury. So she is the card of gratitude and luxuries, and she's grateful for everything that she has. And because she's grateful for what she has, she's attracting more things to be grateful for. So I feel for a lot of you that this really is just about practicing gratitude and being grateful for what you have would be a really good idea. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, it says teamwork makes the dream work. So again, if you're getting a new opportunity, going this way here, this could be an opportunity to work on a team with other people. And the Three of Pentacles is quality work. It's also amazing for money. You have really good cards here for your finances. And I do feel a lot of you could be improving your finances. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? The Ace of Swords is also like laser-like focus. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of focus. You have the Eight of Wands, which is also about focusing on one direction, focusing on one thing that you want. And so I feel for a lot of you, if you are focusing on something or if there's something you want and desire, I feel this is saying go and get it, and you will have it. So Three of Wands, sometimes I feel is like, what are you waiting for? Why aren't you taking action towards something that you desire? And, I feel like you will be very successful, so I would go for it. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Miracle Creation card, and you have this Alchemy and Healing card. We do see some kind of like alchemy in this reading, you having the ability to turn one thing into another. And so I would say use your powers of alchemy to turn your situation around. I feel like you literally are creating a miracle. I mean, you have a lot really great cards of manifestation. Nine of Pentacles is manifestation through gratitude. You have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. These would all be cards of manifesting through your focus. And you also have the Ten of Cups, which is about following your bliss. The more love, joy, and happiness you bring into your life, the more likely you are to manifest what you desire. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you could be manifesting miracles, or you could be creating something that you think is a miracle. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles is usually something like an offer that has a lot of potential. So the Ace of Pentacles, I always say, is a card where we have to take care of this like a garden. There's this garden right here on the front of the Ace of Pentacles, and this usually is an opportunity where we have to, water it, fertilize it, feed it. We have to give it sunlight, and we really have to nurture it into existence. And so if you're getting an opportunity, which it looks like you are, it's like an opportunity that you have manifested, or a miracle that you have manifested, then, the Ace of Pentacles would say that you really want to take care of this thing because it will be very successful. You actually have another clue here, Leo. You have the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords are both cards of momentum. You always get these cards of momentum with me. And so the cards of momentum say keep the momentum going. If you start something like a business or an idea or even a relationship and it's working, keep doing the things that make it work. And I know that sounds simple, but people don't do it. So I would make sure to do that. You have the Emperor. I definitely feel this is like a person. I feel like this is a person that you haven't talked to as well. You have the King of Swords here. It could be like a Capricorn, a Pisces, Scorpio. Could be an air sign. Could be any sign. General reading, but could be an Aries. Could be a person with Aries in their chart or something. But there's definitely hasn't been communication here with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So again, I would just go for it. I feel for some of you, this could be like a person you work with or something like that, because sometimes the Emperor can be like a boss, and it's like, obviously if you're attracted to your boss, you're probably going to have a hard time, making that work. Right. And, I don't know. I would still go for it. I would do something. I would start dropping hints here, Leo, or I would do something. I also feel that this could say it's time for you to take action on whatever this is here, the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Especially if you're like working on a new seed. The Ace of Pentacles, like planting a seed. Some of you might not even be interested in love. So again, if you're not interested in love, and even if you are, but for those of you that definitely aren't, I feel this is you kind of planting a new seed and creating a lot of momentum with something that you're working on. You have the King of Swords. This can represent a lack of clarity. Again, if you're interested in a person, this could say that you're interested in a person that's hard to read, or you just don't know enough about them, and so there's like a lack of detail. But usually the King of Swords is very hard to read. They can be very stone-faced, or you just don't know, and so that can make you a little bit nervous. I also feel really good about this for those of you involved in a legal matter. So again, if you are dealing with something legal, I'm not saying you're going to have like a victory this week, but it looks like things are kind of going in the right direction. Again, King of Swords is law and order. So, things, you could be getting news, or there could be some sort of good news coming in if you're involved in something legal. Can't make this up. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Again, there's like clearly some sort of offer. This could be, you could be just receiving communication from a person, or you could start communicating with a person this week. And so if you want a connection, this looks pretty good. With the Emperor, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. This is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at what he's working on, and he's saying, like, is it worth it or not to continue to work on what I'm working on? And so I feel for a lot of you, this could be you, looking at the work that you do every single day, and you could be looking to improve your work, obviously. I feel that you probably could get a lot more out of the work that you do, but it's going to require some restructuring. So I personally feel like we are in a time of restructuring. Pluto, 29 degrees of Capricorn, that cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius is like the death of establishment. And I say this all the time, especially to you, Leo, because if I were Leo, that's all I would focus on, is reinventing whatever I do, right? Like even, take this channel, for example. If I were a Leo, I would totally overhaul the channel. Guess what? I'm not a Leo, and look at all the work I've been doing lately, rehauling the channel, right? It's like, why do you think I do that, right? Because I work with the energy. So I would do something. It doesn't even have to be that important. But I would do things to like figure out if you have your business, your career structured in the best way possible, or is there something else you could do? I don't know. You're going to have to do your research. With the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. She is the card of learning as you go as well. So a lot of you could be entering into a situation where you have to learn as you go. I also am getting a weird message here that some of you could be doing something where people are going to call you crazy. She has this black cat right here. And during the times of tarot, black cats were considered very unlucky. And the whole point of the black cat is that the Queen of Wands doesn't care what anyone thinks. So again, you might be like going after a person for love, and people could be telling you you're crazy, but I think the secret here is to not care what people think and to do it anyway. So there you go. You have in the area the good stuff. You have this dolphin spirit says this and that are true. You have this hummingbird spirit says be here, be now. Yeah, the dolphin spirit says whatever you believe to be true is true. So obviously, focus on the good stuff. The hummingbird represents having been on a long journey and getting to your harvest. So if you have been on a long journey or have experienced a lot of challenges, the hummingbird kind of says that you are finding your nectar after a long journey and you're getting your rewards. So again, there could be big rewards coming in for you. You have the Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Wands is quick success. So I do feel like there could be some sort of quick success or quick victory coming in for you here. And I feel like it's something that's going to make you very happy. For some of you, again, it could be like communication. So, there could be good news. It could be good news in a legal matter, in a love matter, or it could even be, you have a lot going on here in this reading, I feel. So it could even be an opportunity like in work or business, or you could be getting a new job opportunity or a new career opportunity. And it looks really, really good. You have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is about charging forward towards success. And the Knight of Swords, especially in the good stuff, would say you're charging forward towards success. It's also a card of momentum. So like I said, I would keep doing the things that are making you successful, especially if you're discovering new things that make you successful, like in work and business and love. It's like, what are the new things you're doing that are working? And I would double down on that stuff. You have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is the only card in the tarot with an eclipse on it right here. And we have an eclipse on Tuesday. And so I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of like walking away from something that no longer serves you. For some of you, I feel like you already have walked away from something in your life. And it's like you are rebuilding, restructuring. All those words keep popping into my head, especially restructuring. So again, if you have a business, especially, I would say, like, how can you restructure it for more success, or what changes need to be made? And that's what I would focus on. It's coming up in the good stuff. So it says, if you do it, you will have a good, positive experience. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on to calmer shores, definitely improvements. I think there are improvements coming in for Leo, even if it doesn't seem like it. I feel that you're about to see, it's like you're about to see how it was all worth it, everything that you've been going through. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, really good. This could be you attracting a soulmate. So especially for those of you that want love, I feel like there will be communication. And again, Six of Cups is like a childlike connection, something that's very playful, fun, lighthearted, just a really positive energy. I don't think it's someone from the past. I feel it's a new person for sure. And yeah, it just looks really good. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is literally everything I've been saying. Hangman is about gaining new perspectives. Again, for Leo, it's all about the new. And so for Leo, I think that you have to look at other ways of doing everything that you do. And I know I always say this, but I'm going to continue to say this because, I need to remind myself of this sometimes as well. But again, I think that all the success for you is going to come from, looking at what you do, especially like in work or business, looking at how you do things and discovering better ways to do things. So you have to gain a new perspective to do that. You can gain a new perspective by learning, reading a book, learning from other people, going to conferences. There's a million things you can do. I would do something to gain a new perspective. You have this dog close up. It says pleasure with a close friend. Now, it seems to be a very, very social week. A lot of opportunity, socializing with other people. So social opportunities could be very fruitful. You have this cane card. It says, pay attention to your health. So I feel for a lot of you, it would be a good time to stay healthy and make sure you stay healthy. You have this kangaroo. It says, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yep, definitely. Everybody had the tower except for you this week, by the way. So, wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of crazy global tower moment or something like that. I would just, keep your head on straight. You have this desk card that says, pay attention to your work. The whole entire reading says, pay attention to your work. I would also say, really what this card should say is find better ways to work. If I were Leo, again, that's the only thing I would focus on, is learning new things about the way that I work, because you're going to discover gold by doing that. And yes, you might have to make a change and all that other stuff, but, I think it'll be very good for you. So I would do it. You have this yoke card. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. I actually feel pretty good about this. I feel like you're moving past this period of time. For a very long time, I feel like you have felt like this, where like you can't get ahead or you can't do enough to get ahead, right? And I kind of feel like that is the energy that is leaving you in a good way. Obviously, it's like you're no longer struggling to just make a little bit, I feel like you're kind of moving past this energy, especially if you're learning. But really good, Leo. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.